County.
And it's been going on for quite some time.
How long do you think?
Over a year.
Over a year?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You've noticed suspicious
Yes.
activity?
Yes.
Investigators seized cannabis, cocaine, mushrooms, thousands in cash, and several guns. They say they observed about 150 young people going in and out of the house. That's on an average school day. Police are highlighting how flock license plate readers helped them arrest someone who shot a teenager in Centralia. This incident started Friday night with a group of teens who apparently tried to rob someone they thought was selling drugs. One of those teens got shot. Flock cameras were able to track the suspect's car across Lewis County. Deputies tell KIRO 7 TV they were able to arrest all 3 people connected to that shooting by Saturday. The legislature at the state level has been considering a measure that would impose serious restrictions on how long data can be retained and how it can be used. Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson is asking renters to speak up. In a video statement, Wilson announced the launch of a renter survey aimed at gathering real-world experiences on affordability, maintenance issues, and landlord relations.
We need to hear more from you, what it's like to rent in Seattle, and what your top priorities for change are.
Deadline to participate is Friday. A link to the survey is posted now on mynorthwest.com. And your weather forecast. We're warming up just to 44 degrees with intermittent showers throughout the region. Tomorrow starting with a rain-snow mix at a high of 45. It is 38 degrees in downtown Seattle right now. I'm Jillian Raftery with KIRO Newsradio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO Newsradio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO Newsradio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Happy President's Day. This isn't the best of the Gee and Ursula Show. This is the best Gee and Ursula Show. Good morning, Ursula.
Good morning. Yes, we thought it would be really important to be here on President's Day, even though it's a holiday.
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't working. And I'm so thankful for those of you who are texting us on our Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line. In case you forgot that number, it's 1-888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. We love it when you are part of our family, when you're part of our community, and you interact with us even and maybe especially on these holidays. But right now, let's get to it. It is
Top stories at 11.
On the Gee and Ursula Show.
a few things are on holiday right now. Hey, if you feel like you haven't saved enough for retirement, you are not alone. We just got this brand new report from the National Institute on Retirement Security. And the numbers that they've just released are raising some serious concerns about how ready we are in this country for retirement. They're saying that the median American worker has less than $1,000 saved in a defined contribution plan, such as a 401k. And even among those who have saved at least a little something, the median balance is $40,000, which is far below recommended targets. So according to guidelines from folks like Fidelity Investments, they say Americans should have 1 year's salary saved by the age of 30. And then when you're 40, you want to have 3 times your income. And by the time you're 67, you should have 10 times your income. But it seems no one is actually meeting those benchmarks. Overall, workers have saved just 4% of their target in defined plans like a 401k.
Because our school curriculum has only taught us how to work for money and not how to make money work for us. If there's one thing that I do on my downtime is I am fascinated with what happens in and around money. And I think that the reason why I am is because it wasn't until the pandemic. And that's when I finally realized, oh, I absolutely know nothing about money. Nothing. And I was so insecure about it, and I was so upset with myself about it that I just, with the help of a professional, but ever since then, I have gone overtime on that. And let's be all the way real. Right now in America, Ursula, we've talked about it on the show. Most people are just surviving. paycheck to paycheck, they don't have money left over to invest in the first place. And that little money that they have left, they're using that for sanity. They're using that for doing extracurricular activities to keep them okay. We live in an unfortunate time where people will demonize people for going to get cupcakes from a grocery store. Demonize you for going, how dare you go get a latte? But this whole idea of the median retirement of being $955
in a 401k. I need to make that specific.
Right.
Yeah.
It's sad. And speaking of the 401k and that understanding of it, again, something I didn't have an understanding of. I didn't have an understanding of a lot of these things until it was a fortunate time that I did. But there's a lot of people that don't. Why don't we teach this in school? I know why. They don't want people to learn these things. They don't want you to learn at 18.
Who are you talking about?
The system. The system doesn't. They want you to be, Ursula, when I was 18 years old, the first time I got a credit card, man, they was on campus, Ursula. The Visa folks was on campus handing out credit cards. And it was for $750. What do you think I did? I went and got that credit card, spent it. Okay, I'll pay it back at some point. But I didn't understand interest rates. I didn't understand any of that.
So I'm wondering, though, because it's been a while since I've been in high school, do they not teach that? I mean, Sophia, it's been more recent for you. Do they teach any sort of finance classes?
Not really.
I mean, if you were in a public, I mean, that does seem like it's something that.
They teach you algebra 1, trigonometry, geometry. They teach you biology. They teach you all of the things that I'm not trying to be a jerk when I say this.
Yes.
I'm asking this wholeheartedly.
Yes.
If you're not an engineer, you're not a doctor of those things, or if you're not in construction, an architect, how the hell does Algebra 2 help you? And they make you got to go mandatory. Algebra 1, Algebra 2, you got to do 3 maths and a geometry.
Yeah. I would love to hear from an educator or someone who's in education to explain, why hasn't there been more of a push to have financial literacy be one of the classes that you take as a mandatory? That should be a mandatory. I would be all in favor of making that a mandatory requirement prior to graduation.
Or even just simple economics, because you have to go to a college level just to take those economic classes. It's not even a requirement when you get to a university or a community college. It should be in high school, just like math.
There you go.
This is how important I think money is when you talk about school curriculum. I think this stuff should be taught. You know how, hey, ABCs are important?
Yes.
Reading is important.
Yes.
Grammar, how to write is important. I think kids should be learning about money starting in kindergarten.
Yeah.
First grade, second grade, all the way through. You spend all that time. You spend 13 years, basically, from kindergarten to senior year, and you come out and you don't know anything. Because we are taught to buy, consume.
How much of this kind of conversation do you have with your kids? And I ask that just as a general question, because that is where I will say that my mother-in-law was the best financial teacher that my kids could have had. I mean, she talked about saving. I mean, just drilled it. But how much of that conversation, how much is it incumbent upon us as parents to have those conversations at an early age?
But some of us as parents don't know.
Aren't equipped.
Okay. You know what? Let me I got to tell you guys the truth about something. There was a conversation that I had during the pandemic with someone, and we were talking, and they said, man, G, you be working hard all the time, man. He asked me, how much you got saved? It was a bold question.
Yeah.
Not how much you make.
Yeah.
He asked me how much I had saved.
Oh, interesting.
And I lied about it, okay? I lied and said, oh, man, for sure, over X amount. I lied.
Why did you lie?
Because I was embarrassed. Oh. Nobody had ever asked me this.
Yeah.
And
because it's one thing to make it, but how much are you putting away?
How much you putting away?
Yeah. Wow.
That was the reason why during the pandemic. And if not for that question, I don't know that I ever would have really gotten on track, but that question was so embarrassing because I knew the truth. And the truth is, your dog wasn't doing great.
Yeah, you were spending as much as you were making.
I was spending as much as I was making.
Yeah.
So what guardrails need to be put in place for me to change that? Now, the reason why I've gotten this way is because of embarrassment in that moment. There's a lot of people, sometimes you know what you need to do, but unfortunately wages aren't enough for you to get by. Mm-hmm. You talk about it on the show all the time. The average American right now does not have $400 of savings right now. Mm-hmm. They couldn't even afford.
So imagine if you have let's face it, you're either someone in that position or you're someone with ridiculous amounts of money. But that middle ground, that's all but disappearing anymore. And I would argue that even when you have that little, every time we talk about this, now you were very vulnerable. I've got to share a story that comes to mind every time we talk about this.
Go ahead.
And there's someone I know who worked over 30 years. And worked over 30 years. I'll be honest. You guys know where I worked. So, and I found out upon this person's retirement that they had never started a 401k.
Wow.
And I just thought to myself, and when I asked about it, and this person was very open and shared and said, I always just felt like I need every bit of the money. Mm-hmm. I need all, I just never made enough to make all ends meet. So it was like, I just needed my own. And so, coming out of it, this is why I would say if your company has one of these plans, no matter how little you make, even just put this, try to do it and see if you can make it just to get the company match.
Right.
Because I think about this person, I was like, oh my gosh, 30 years worth.
I got one for you. I'll continue to use myself for an example if it means that someone else can learn from it. About 3 years ago, just figured out, so when you retire, you don't continue to get health care, get health benefits from your job?
Until you qualify for Medicare.
Right. And so now I got to figure that part out. And again, I just figured this out 3 years ago. But these are things you don't, listen, if you're someone that's known this all your life, good for you. Yeah. That's awesome. I'm telling you that I went to school, and I like to think that I had a pretty good education, but I didn't learn any of this that would make things practical for me. What are you going to say, Sophia?
I always say that financial literacy is one of our greatest social divides that people don't talk about because you learn about money from the people in your life. You learn from your parents, from your family. So if you don't have a support system to teach you about financial literacy, how are you going to be able to progress forward unless you have resources to teach you about money? People love to critique young people when they go into student debt. You're going into student debt because you come out of high school and you have no one there to guide you financially to make smart financial decisions. And I think that's a huge issue for so many people is that they are stuck in this continuous cycle because they have to teach themselves because there's no one there to teach them.
That's so true.
Now here's another one. We talk about student loan debt all the time. How many people went to college, got a student loan, and did not realize how predatory those interest rates are on student loans? Now, I'm being dead serious. Yeah. Like, I know that you're 18 years old and you have an opportunity to get a student loan. You have no idea how bad that interest rate is. And then not just that.
It's always sold as it is a lot lower than if your credit card interest. It is a lot lower than that.
And then, hold on, here's another thing, Ursula. You go and you get that student loan and come to find out the student loans that you're getting out here so you could go and get you a $50,000 a year job? Like, come on now. The math ain't mathing. And so this is the things that I wish that more of us were armed with before you could really. So at 18 years old, I know because I've learned in school what I need to do or not do. Maybe it's not a good idea to get this student loan because I might be 45, 50, 55 years old, still paying back a student loan debt because my money isn't caught up with it.
Now, I got to ask you, because you're very honest and being vulnerable.
Yeah.
It's easier to talk about strategy and what you should do when you have money versus when you don't.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. Yes. And also, it's easier when you have made mistakes.
Yes.
And you're able to bounce back. Not everybody has parents that can go ahead and pay off their credit card debt for them. Not everybody has people with family that's able to do those things for them. So I'm not hating on those things. I'm just saying sometimes some of us in life, you only have maybe one or two chances to get things right. And sometimes you might not get another opportunity. But yes, Ursula, you're absolutely right. If you're making money, it's easier then. But that's the problem with starting us off with this topic. There's a lot of people who are just trying to survive. They're listening to me like, hey, G, that sounds good. This whole idea of maybe taking 15, 20%, investing every paycheck into your 401k, that sounds good.
Yeah.
But I
right
can't
now,
do
I
that
can't
right
even pay
now.
rent.
I can't even pay rent right now. Right now, I can't even put money into 401k because I am up to the hills right now, or I have borrowed from my 401k just so I can pay bills. Like, it's real out here. And I just wish that we can take the school curriculum, and this is something I've been talking about for like the last 5, and change it so people can know and better understand.
No, absolutely. I appreciate that. Okay, we only have a little bit of time, and I'm kind of debating whether we hold off on talking about. No, I'm going to talk about it right now.
Okay, what's that?
Because I told you I had one of the most difficult nights of my life on
Yes,
Friday
you did.
night when my car conked out on the freeway on I-5. You can hear that at 9:47. Go back to the podcast. But yesterday was one of the most beautiful days of my life.
Okay.
And the reason I bring this up is because you know how you often talk about loneliness being a pandemic and how important it is to have friendships. And truly, there's lots of science that shows that having friendships and strong connections with people, helps with all aspects of your well-being.
Right.
And yesterday I had a Galentine's Day party. And yes, it was just all women. Lillian was invited, and I was sad that she wasn't able to join us. But 26 women ended up coming to my house. And I will tell you, it was one of the most beautiful things because we spent some time. So everyone brought a gift, and we did a gift exchange. It was kind of a white elephant gift exchange, and that part was fun.
Yeah.
But beforehand, I wanted to have a moment where we could all share, just as women together in a room. And I asked everybody to share what their high was for the last year, what their low was, and what their glow was, what they're especially excited about, moving forward. And Sophia was there, and I will just tell you that if you are looking to have a gathering, and get people together, to have those conversations, every woman who shared their highs, lows, and glows, it was an immediate connection with people who didn't know each other very well coming into this party, but could relate so beautifully with each other. And I would love for just Sophia to share, because this was your first time. This is only the second time I've had a party like this, but I'm going to do it again and again, only because I love the connection.
Yeah, I thought it was beautiful, and I told you this, Ursula. It's really rare that you can be in a position where you can get so many people from so many different walks of life in a room and supporting one another, especially with all women. And it was just so special to see so many people gathered to talk about their highs and their lows and the things that they experience and kind of have this kindred moment together. And I thought it was beautiful.
It was really nice. And I know that the reason I bring this up is because, again, just going back to the whole idea of connection and how important that is right now when we all feel so disconnected. And you have a men's group that you do.
Yeah, I do got a men's group, but see, I was trying to stay away from it. But we meet once a month, and we got a text group. One of them somebody snitched in the group. Somebody took a conversation outside of the text group, and so that group is almost done to me right now.
No.
Yeah. You can't do that. You see, that's the problem. You got a lot of people that be sharing and sharing things. So whatever happens in the text group stays in the... See, Ursula, that's why you do a show with me. Because I'm not filtering nothing. I'm going to tell you the truth.
That wasn't the feel-good story I was expecting.
No, it wasn't the feel-good story. It was a once a month. It's been going on for almost a year. And somebody inside the group leaked something that was said in there. That's violation. Coming up next, agree to disagree. Gee and Ursula.
I know the paint's barely dry on the new Super Bowl champ Seahawks gear, but can you believe Mariners pitchers and catchers have already reported and spring training is underway?
Holy catfish, that was fast.
They know they have a chance to win the whole thing.
Look who we have in studio.
Baseball royalty.
Rick Riz.
Congratulations, it's Seahawks. Now it's our time to go win a World Series.
Follow how the 2026 Mariners come together at mynorthwest.com.
Why does it matter to members that Aetna was named a Best Medicare Advantage company by U.S. News & World Report? Because they chose a plan that gives them real support, real people, and real care. We show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when needed. We show up with access to convenient care options and coverage that fits everyday life. We don't show up for awards. We show up for you. And showing up for you is how healthier happens together.
That's another amazing run by Team USA.
Mom, think I'll be on Team USA one day?
Well, I'll take this one.
What? Are you speaking to us?
Yes, and to answer your question, anything's possible, especially with Xfinity.
So, I can be the best snowboarder ever?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but Xfinity can guarantee that your internet price won't change for 5 years.
Okay. What if I practice every day?
Then maybe you'll be snowboarding for Team USA at the next Olympic Winter Games. And Mom, you'll still be paying the same price for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, really stuck the landing there.
It's the Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value per month. Xfinity. Imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Actual speeds vary.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At the UPS Store, we know being a small business owner means holiday time is still go time. Still get those orders shipped time. And still re-up on stamps and supplies time. That's why this upcoming holiday, while others close up shop, we'll be open. And happy to help you keep being unstoppable. Come into your local store today. Most locations are independently owned. Product services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
February is Valentine Roofing Month. And if you love Valentine Roofing as much as I do, this is the month it benefits you to shout it from the rooftops. Hey, this is Jake Skorheim. And listen to this. Valentine Roofing is expanding their customer referral program for the month of February. When you refer friends or family for a new roof or siding, you're going to earn your choice of a free maintenance service or a $250 gift card. And you can be confident when referring your loved ones because they're going to get the Valentine experience, which is seamless communication, meticulous cleanup, and extra mile service, even in winter weather. And with flexible financing options available with payments as low as $159 a month and zero down, a Valentine roof is built around your budget. Since 2008, Valentine Roofing has been trusted across the Puget Sound by thousands of homeowners. My home is protected by Valentine. They keep me off the roof, which my wife is happy about. I trust them to help you too. So talk to your friends and family and tell them to call 206 Roofing today. Again, that's 206 Roofing. And remember, the red Valentine van means you and your neighbors are in good hands.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, She knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Jane Dawson did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With the money she saved, she got herself a pricey bird feeder with an ultra-high-def camera. Should Jane have just bought a regular bird feeder? Yes. Is it hard for her to admire nature when the camera doubles as the bird's potty? Also, yes. But it's Jane's savings, and if she wants to spend her time watching the digestive habits of the white-breasted nuthatch, we say you go, girl. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Frank Lenzi. We're expecting a vote this afternoon on the so-called millionaire tax proposal. The full state Senate expected to debate the bill that would put a 9.9% income tax on those who earn more than $1 million a year. Seattle renters, Mayor Katie Wilson wants to hear from you. Earlier this month, she released a video statement announcing the launch of the Seattle Renters Survey.
I want to see a city where people can afford to live their lives, raise their families in apartments if they want to, and enjoy all the incredible things that Seattle has to offer.
You have until Friday to complete the survey. Find a link to it at mynorthwest.com. Police are highlighting how flock license plate readers helped them arrest somebody who shot a teenager. We get that story from KIRO News Radio's Jillian Raftery.
This incident started Friday night in Centralia with a group of teens who apparently tried to rob someone they thought was selling drugs. One of them got shot. Flock cameras were able to track the suspect's car across Lewis County, according to KIRO 7 TV. The legislature has been considering a measure that would restrict how long data can be retained and how those cameras can be accessed. Police say it seriously limits their usefulness. Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
A Kansas man is due in a King County courtroom this week after last week's officer-involved shooting in Ballard. Police released body cam video of the confrontation over the weekend that shows 62-year-old Christopher Michael Bowman get wounded and also injure an officer. His arraignment is set for Thursday.
This is going to be our guy. Coming back southbound, he's got it right in his pocket.
He's charged with assault. Bowman's criminal history includes convictions in Kansas in the 90s for crimes including rape, aggravated attempted robbery, and aggravated kidnapping. Robert Duvall, an Oscar-winning actor of versatility and dedication, whose roles included the consigliere in the first two Godfather movies.
He never asks a second favor when he's been refused the first. Understood?
As well as the over-the-hill country singer in Tender Mercies, has died. Duvall was 95. Wall Street today, the markets are closed for President's Day. KIRO News Radio traffic now brought to you by Seattle Sports. We did have a disabled vehicle on I-90 eastbound, just east of Rainier Avenue, but that has now been cleared out of the way. Pretty good drive otherwise. We do, of course, have that slowing across the Ship Canal Bridge because of the Revive I-5 project going on, but other than that, nice holiday light drive out there. Your weather forecast, cloudy this afternoon, showers, a high of 44 degrees. And then tomorrow, rain and snow showers taper off in the morning. The clouds will start to burn off in the afternoon, a high of 45 tomorrow. And then rain and snow again on Wednesday with a high of 45 degrees. Get some sunshine by Thursday afternoon, but snow showers early on Thursday. Right now, 41 in downtown Seattle. I'm Frank Lenzi. KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
It is 11:33. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, and this is the Gee and Ursula Show. It is time for us to agree to disagree, brought to you by Guardian Roofing and Gutters.
One of these days, we just got to take off the gloves. Just really go
I like
at
the little Gwen Stefani to roll.
I try and make him a little modern for this segment, you know?
Yeah, no, I was thinking about when you did Fergalicious last week, and that threw G into a spiral, but...
He got scared with that one.
You have any thoughts about Gwen Stefani? Did that song bring you back in any way?
That was fun.
I love Gwen Stefani.
Yes.
Is she
dancing.
Wait, is she still cool? Like, you know, a lot of times you might have an opinion, like, oh no, but did you hear? Am I safe with Gwen?
I think so. Yeah,
Gwen's chill.
Yeah. She married Blake Shelton, but he's like a chill country.
I like
man.
Blake.
Yeah, he's
like
a chill
Blake.
country guy. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to bring up this because we did talk about moving in with people today, and how G was like, you should just meet someone in 3 months and then move into them to save money. And thought this was funny because it coincided with this New York Times article that I happened to look at recently about moving in with a partner. And the idea, if you're moving into someone else's house, into their space, do you have to go with their rules? Because obviously the idea is you move in with someone, you reestablish rules. But if it's someone else's house to begin with, is it their rules, their house, their rules? What do you think?
Yes, they rules. You gotta start off fresh. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go in. You gotta go along to get along, Ursula. And especially if you're moving into their crib. And if it was the other way around, if they were moving into your crib, they're gonna start off with it. Then as you kind of go along the way, you kind of establish some other things. But to the beginning, yes.
I would agree with you, but it would also be a reason why I would want to maybe find a new place. Now, there needs to be spaces where you can do your own thing. Mm-hmm. So if I'm the person who has the let's say I'm in a condo and I invite someone, hey, let's split the rent. And so now you're moving into the condo that I've been at. Mm-hmm. I would try to be that roommate that would say, hey, whatever you do with, obviously your room. And if you want to add some of your decor or something that makes it a more personalized space, because otherwise.
But don't you think it's inevitable that people are protective of their own space when you're coming into someone else's space? Even if they're like, we want to be equal. If you move in and then you're like, I don't really like this painting on the wall, that might cause.
Yes. Yeah. Don't just move in and start, taking things down from the wall that were already there, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, I think that's where the communication is so important, where you know what your expectations are, but I don't want to feel like if I'm moving into someone else's place, right. I also don't want to feel like a guest if I'm paying half the rent. You know what I mean? Like now I don't have any say on anything. I think that's where you have the ground rules.
Let me make sure I got this right, Ursula. So let's say Buddy's getting ready to move in with her, right? He gets ready to move in, and he didn't say anything at first, but he gets ready to move in, and on her wall, on the bed, the bedpost, on the wall is a picture of her and her ex right there. You know what I mean? Should you be able to say, hey, if I'm going to be moving in, you need to take that picture down with you and your ex off the wall?
In what part of the house?
The bedroom. or above the bed.
Wait, but whose room is it going to be?
You about to move in, so y'all going to be moving in together. And so you're going to be moving into her bedroom.
Oh, no, heck no.
So you should be able to call the shots on that.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
That's a whole different thing. I thought you were talking about roommates to split the rent.
I'm talking about moving in with a partner. Like Gee said,
partner.
You meet someone after 3 months, you move in with them to save rent.
So you're saying, what you got? You changing your tune now, Ursula? You should be able to call some shots.
Who gets to control the apartment if we're moving
Take that picture down of you and your ex off the bedroom.
Yes. That's a... Wait a minute. That's an absolute given, and I wouldn't even move in unless that picture's already down.
I think the picture is a little extreme, G. I meant more so, like, let's say...
What if the picture's in the living room?
Well, I don't know. Like, let's say I have a framed photo of the Sex and the City cast in my bathroom. Can we leave that up? If they're all just looking at you?
I'm just curious. What do you think, Sophia?
I obviously think, like, if someone moves in, you want them to feel comfortable in their own space and being able to. But I do think people get very protective of their space, and they don't. Even if they say that they're willing to make changes, they don't necessarily want to all the time. And let's say, like, someone moves in and they're like, oh, I really hate this, this flower arrangement you have in the corner, and your partner has an emotional connection to it. I think it makes things a little complicated when you're moving into someone's space versus starting from scratch.
Yes.
But inevitably,
communication is key.
Communication is key, but communication often gets
Ursula loves that term. That's her go-to.
That is my go-to.
Communication is key, but people aren't really confrontational anymore.
Yes.
And so communication is key, but people just keep things to themselves. That's all I gotta say.
That's a problem.
Okay, one more for you, a little bit different, but I was thinking because you had your girls' day yesterday, and we were talking about having all your friends and women empowerment and all that jazz. I've been thinking about the way that women kind of drive a lot of our content and our media. I don't know if you've seen Wuthering Heights yet, or if you've seen any of the promotion for the Wuthering Heights film. It got $34.8 million at the box office this weekend for a #1 debut. And all of the comments were saying this is a movie that it was powered by women. All those box office sales came from women. We saw that happen with Barbie. And it kind of made me think, like, are we needing to shift in terms of media and content? Are we trying to do we need to shift again to focusing on women and groups of women to get content out there and get content sold.
Well, I think that a lot of people are figuring out that, you know what, women also have money, women have opinions, women want to be represented. And so, yeah, I mean, I think they're finally coming into a realization that if you want to have wait, why are you looking funny, Gee?
Because I know where I'm going with this.
Okay.
Because when you're done with this, I'm going to say that every time it's time for that first date, I don't expect men to have to be able to pay. But go ahead, finish.
That doesn't even connect.
It does connect. I'm going to connect it anyway.
He's going to connect it anyway.
I'm going to connect it anyways.
It's a beef that G has for anything.
Perfect.
It's like it all boils down to men still being expected to pay on that first
That's what I'm
date.
saying. It's so unfair.
You think it's unfair that a man has to pay on the first date?
Yes. Are we equal or not?
We are equal.
G, do you get your nails done? Do you have to do your eyelashes? Do you get your hair dyed?
Well, hold on. I go get pedicures.
He does get pedicures. You're asking the wrong guy.
Wait. What you mean? How did you just assume and judge?
I'm saying maintenance-wise. Like one of the arguments I've always seen. We switched.
Oh, you want to talk about maintenance? Who you think's the most high maintenance between me and my wife?
Gee.
Okay, well, you're a little bit out of the norm. Think back to yourself when you were still going on first dates in your 20s.
Yeah.
Who do you think was doing more maintenance in order to prepare for that first date, the woman or the man?
What does that have to do with who pays?
Because the woman's already invested so much into this date.
Oh,
man.
Wow.
Sophia, I'm going to keep it a buck. I've never even thought of that one.
Digging.
Yeah.
Wait, Nick, come on, time out, bro. Wait.
What? Yeah, I think there's a little assumption going on here, man.
Just because you think that a woman is more invested into how they look and how they feel than the man because we just put on jeans and a T-shirt? If we're equal or not, you say we equal. You say we equal.
We
then
are
we should
absolutely
be
I'm
equal
saying
on
if
first dates.
time is money, then that kind of evens out in its own way.
To be fair, the norm of the guy paying for that first date and the dinner, I feel like that's fading away. And,
Yeah,
in my experience, like the girl has offered to split the bill these days. So I think that norm is kind of going off.
And you know what they do? They got alligator arms when they do that.
Yeah,
they go to reach. It's a whole plan. Hey, and they're like, oh, no, let me get that. You're like, oh, okay.
It could be an act,
works.
yeah, maybe.
It's an act. Okay, Sophia, is that a real? Is that an
I don't
act?
even remember what your original question was because she has made it about should men pay on the date.
That's okay. I was like, yeah, I could really propose anything to agree to disagree, and G will find something else, something new for us to agree and disagree on. I can talk about anything. We're gonna disagree.
Hey,
bottom line, women power.
Yay, girls!
By the way, I think my wife paid for her coffee on the first date.
Yep.
And she paid.
Did she pay for Valentine's Day?
For David Buster's on the second date.
Oh.
Yeah.
David Buster's.
She was really looking long game.
Hey, you think she was looking long game, Ursula? You think she knew? You think she knew I'm going to invest in this guy? This guy is going places.
I'm going to take a gamble.
She's going to butter you up at first, so then you would do it later.
All right. Sophia knew where I was going with that. Text messages, feedback, and then we'll have Ursula's words to live by. Gee Ursula.
I know the paint's barely dry on the new Super Bowl champ Seahawks gear, but can you believe Mariners pitchers and catchers have already reported and spring training is underway?
Holy catfish, that was fast. They know they have a chance to win the whole thing.
Look who we have in studio.
Baseball royalty.
Rick Riz.
Congratulations to Seahawks. Now it's our time to go win a World Series.
Follow how the 2026 Mariners come together at mynorthwest.com.
Nick, did you know this is called quit time? Did you know what that is?
I do not know.
That means right about this time of the year, people quit their New Year's resolutions.
Oh, kind of like last year.
Okay, never mind. The important thing is that both of us made a New Year's resolution that we would take better care of ourselves for each other. And we're holding to that.
We are not flaming out because...
Longevity Medical Clinic. So we get the support of Longevity. We told them what our goals were, and they're like, absolutely, we'll get you in line. So they support me, they support you, and then as a couple, they're making us accountable for the decisions we make. So we're not going to be quitting on these things. I can't remember what your New Year's resolution was around the house.
My New Year's resolution around the house was that I was going to try to get you to start putting things away.
And I was going to get you to actually learn how to cook a piece of chicken.
Oh, well, that's for next year.
Okay, fine. Either way, we've got a team behind us. Do what Nick and I have done. Take a free health analysis at lmclinic.com. That's lmclinic.com.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877 Cars for Kids to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
You're losing your hair and you simply need a solution that works. You want the best. Modern technology, top-rated physicians, something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need world-class Dr. Perungo and his team at Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair has completely redefined hair restoration. From the experience itself to their unmatched results. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, maybe all three like I had. Get your hair back with Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment that begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. And get this, Advanced Hair is once again the winner of the 425 Business of the Year. For your free consultation, call 425-449-8185. Right now, you'll get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. Refine your hairline with the team that redefined hair restoration. That's 425-449-8185. Or for the before and afters, visit advancedhair.com.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 206-529-1111 or visit revivemenshealth.com.
So the verdict is in. A lot of you guys are texting in and you say, you know what, G? You're right. It's time for it to be equal on the first date.
Are they really texting that? Wait.
They weren't all texting that.
Oh.
You're seeing the side that you want to see.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we just,
confirmation
Ursula,
bias?
Ursula, Sophia, can we just, how about this? From here on out, universal law is on a first date, it is automatically split 50-50.
Why do you even care at this point?
Because I do care, because sometimes there are some folks out there that's just man or woman, sometimes or man or woman. Sometimes they're hustling for the meal. Sometimes they're just like, you know what? I'm hungry.
I think it should go to whoever invites the person out on a date.
There you go.
That should be the bare minimum. But on a first date, if I don't even know if I like you and you show interest to me, and then I'm like supposed to invest, like, listen, if you invite me out, you should pay.
You. What do you think, Nick?
I was going to say, to be fair, I feel like men ask girls out way more than the girls ask the guys
Thank you,
out.
Nick.
Maybe the girls are made to start the conversation on these apps, but Rarely do they say, let's go out. It's usually the guy that makes that move.
Oh.
Nikki just texted in and says, nobody was texting that, G.
And Nikki, being an everyday listener, knows the tone of your voice. You weren't even convinced.
All right, Ursula, you know my news box clothes. What you got?
Okay. We started off the show talking about gig workers, and Robin Puyallup says, I can guarantee that drivers like myself, we knew what was going to happen and got out before the business headed south. I don't do any gig delivery anymore like I did during COVID and the year after that. Ryan in Auburn says there's a slowdown in orders everywhere. Drivers are overly saturated in Seattle, and that is exacerbated by a lack of orders. So the situation where they're saying now, 2 years in, it's not working out. The higher minimum wage, and it's not working out for the drivers and the restaurants. Yeah. Kevin in Black Diamond says raising the minimum always sounds good, but how is that working out for most people? It depends who you ask. On the singles tax, 253 says, my grandma told us to winter them and summer them before committing. Basically, give it a year to really get to know them. And why is 253 texting that? Because you were telling people, yeah, after a couple of months, just move in, save money.
My bad. I should have said a couple of months. Hey, it's times are so hard. Couple weeks.
No.
Couple weeks.
No.
Hey, look at y'all.
That's how you end up on Dateline.
Matter of fact, your second date needs to be on Zillow.
Joking.
Let's go ahead and apartment find.
You're being a nut. Kara, the cleaning lady, says, I'm single. It's expensive and worth every damn penny. If I want to get up naked and eat peanut butter and double dip the jar, I can.
Kara, did you have to be that explicit?
Yes, and you know what? She made the point well. Patricia on Mercer Island says, gee, sorry. My 2 Gen X daughters did not move in with their future husbands 3 months after meeting them. Took them a while to do that. Someone else said, yeah, picking the wrong partner could be the most expensive mistake that you make. And this is true.
Ursula, I got a question for you and everybody.
Yes.
Should you live with someone before you marry them?
Controversial statement. I think it's a good idea.
Ursula, just answer it.
Yes.
Okay.
Should you... I did. My mother-in-law wasn't too happy, but I did.
She wasn't happy?
Oh, no.
You find out who the real person is when you live with them.
Oh,
yeah. I don't think that should be controversial at all.
Yes.
I do not want to marry you if I've never lived with you before.
Thank you. Yeah. There's some people who are very old-fashioned.
How dare you guys live together first?
It's the rent cost,
You know what my mama used to say? Why buy the cow when you can have the milk for free?
Well, that was a very pervasive thought.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this, though.
Yeah.
I went in knowing when the out was. It was, yeah, I'll move in because we're going to get married anyway.
Okay.
I'm not moving in with this, and 8 years later, we're still doing the same thing.
So Ursula had an agenda going into it. Okay.
Not Ursula. Ursula and Mark had an agenda going in. Yeah.
You think, Ursula, you think it's possible that somebody they move in together, and then once they move in, they be like, nah, I ain't getting married to you.
Oh, I've known it. Yes. I've known it to happen, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are things that, while dating, you just didn't realize till you actually live with that person. It's like, ew.
By the way, I bet you that pandemic caused a lot of folks not to get married.
I think you're right. On financial literacy, and we had a bunch of people, including some of people who texted for the first time.
Yeah.
And someone had shared, and I don't see it here, but someone had shared that it was someone who was, 360. I was in 8th grade math class in 1967. My teacher taught me something that has affected my entire life since. He taught us how to do our income tax. Each student was given a mock scenario, and we spent 6 weeks learning how to read the tax instructions, what the necessary forms were, etc. And then we were each responsible for using our individual scenario to figure out if we owed money or if we were owed a refund. This is a simple explanation, but I hope you get the gist. I have used those skills I've learned all those years ago in every single aspect of my financial decisions since. It was one of the most valuable life lessons I ever learned. And it was the first time that 360 texted in. It was that important.
Ursula, words to live by. What you got?
C.S. Lewis says, friendship is born at that moment when one person says to another, What? You too? I thought I was the only one. It's deeper than you think.
It's deep. It's deep. Nick, what you got?
Well, this wasn't a weekend with your normal status quo, rather filled with higher drama for the people on the show. Finding tabs that were expired on Gee's car that coppers read, followed with a midnight scare that Ursula had in high speed. So we're all glad she's back here now in one piece we can see, and we still hope Gee's old Tesla has new tabs avoiding fees. And paying for tabs ain't a dinner date, Gee. You can't be asking Lillian to go Dutch on those car tabs, bro, all right?
I didn't see a whole lot of sympathy. That was awesome, Nick. I didn't see a whole lot of sympathy for you on the car tab thing. How much did that cost you? Because I was wondering, did you tell State Patrol, hi, Trooper. Hi.
Man, I'm just like, man, of all the things to do on a Sunday, you really gonna pull your dog over for some tabs?
And I said, yep.
You tripping. I wasn't speeding.
Did you try the $30 car tab trick?
Nah, I didn't try any tricks.
Those Tesla tabs are more than your average car. I'll just say that.
You ain't lying. All right, Ursula, we gonna do this again tomorrow.
We are.
All right, see you then. Thank you, Sophia. Sophia, we need more good Gen Z stories.
I'm trying, G. I'm pulling from my personal life over here.
The text line's loving it.
Hey, the listeners love this stuff. Nick, thanks, man.
You too, man.
All right, the Jake and Spike Show, they're coming in next. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Appreciate you for listening. Love you for that. And as always, be kind.
Hope you have as much fun as we have. So long, everybody.
Seattle and the 12s throw a party or what?
They're thinking there could be up to 1 million 12s for this parade.
We're the best in the world! You hear me?
You know, me and so many others remember taking my kid to the parade 12 years ago. And now another generation gets to share that.
Home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
Hey, we not done. We coming back next year.
KIRO News Radio.
Hartley here from Wilcox Family Farms. I'm so excited to have my cousin Amelia with me today. So, how many chickens do you think there are on the farm?
3,000?
What do you think chickens eat?
Grass.
What else?
Seed.
So, do you know what organic eggs are?
The ones that you put in brownies?
Yes, the ones you put in brownies.
We hope you choose fresh eggs from our family farm.
Wilcox Family Farms eggs, locally fresh
since 1909.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy plates, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline nasal spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction or your money back. File today the easy way in the Credit Karma app.
Jen, I didn't know you shopped here.
Hey, I'm hunting for something fresh for spring.
Oh, girl, skip them all. Jewelry Television has the best spring looks right now.
JTV, way ahead of you. Just hit up JTV.com yesterday, scored the cutest clover earrings, 2 tennis bracelets, and this gorgeous pearl ring.
Right now, new customers get $20 off any purchase of $99 or more at JTV.com.
Oh, and gold hoops and this turquoise bracelet.
Just a couple things, huh?
Maybe more than a couple.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. After my husband died, the last thing I wanted to think about was money. Ethos made it affordable to get life insurance. Signing up was fast and 100% online. I knew that I could pay our mortgage and have food in the fridge. I could focus on my kids. No one ever tells you how much you're going to depend on that policy. I am so grateful we had coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/life. That's ethos.com/life. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
KIRO FM and HD1.